Hello, everybody. All right, how's everybody doing today? So let's just go right into it. So here are 5 tips that you to use to program your subconscious mind for success. So anything you desire, you can use it and you can get it by using the power of your mind. Our minds, our thoughts affect our reality. So let's just jump right into it. A little bit about the subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind is the part of your mind that controls your actions, your habits. Actions and habits are what really runs the show. We are 97% unconscious thoughts. Your subconscious mind controls dreams, it controls your heart rate, metabolic state. But the most important thing about the subconscious mind is this: it is very infinite. It can literally pull information from the field. The universe is made up of a field, quantum field, foam. That is all potential, all realities, parallel realities. Everything that you can imagine and unimagine is out there. Your subconscious mind can go interact with that field and pull it in and then send it to your conscious mind. So conscious mind directs the subconscious mind. All right, so here are the 5 tips that you can use right now to program your subconscious for success. Tip number 1 is to make your desires normal, or find people that think and agree that the big goals you want are normal to you. That will reinforce this in the subconscious that this is an acceptable and believable thing. Okay, that's tip number 1. Tip number 2, you have to be a little delusional with your mind. What does that mean? You have to convince your mind that it's possible by thinking big, by thinking outside the box. When you start to see those big goals and those big dreams and be a little delusional, it will convince your subconscious mind that your reality is possible. Well, why is that? Why can't it be regular? Because your regular mind is limited. It can only see from the past, and it tries to predict what's called the future. So when you start to make your dreams a little delusional, in other words, see yourself having that big thing that no one else would see, your subconscious believes that. Why is that? Because the subconscious, what? It creates from an infinite field. You got to remember one important point before I go to tip number 3 is this: reality is malleable. We make it up. That means anything is literally possible. There are infinite possibilities right now of whatever you want. There are things out there that you can't even imagine that's waiting for you right now, but you cannot get it because you use your conscious mind to observe reality. Our conscious mind just isn't evolved enough to see the infinite potentiality. All right, tip number 3 to make your subconscious mind program for success is to speak things in the present moment. In other words, don't look at your desires or your goals as a destination in the future. Like, oh, one day I will get this. One day I will be successful. Very soon I'm going to be rich. Very soon I'm going to win the lottery. Very soon I'm going to buy the house. One day it'll happen for me. That one day will never happen. The reason why? Because your subconscious cannot understand the concept of linear time. It only exists in the moment. When you put things in the present moment and you speak in the present moment by saying stuff like, I already have this. This is possible. It's happening now. I am receiving this. Or even better, when you use question formats, is how would it make me feel to have what I desire? What would my life look like now with X and X amount of money in my bank account? That's when the subconscious mind now takes the information and it starts to process the information for you. It's a processing. The thing about your subconscious, it's a question answering generator. It has to prove to you what you put. So you got to be in the present moment. So remember that. Okay, tip number 1, make it normal. Tip number 2, got to be a little delusional. Tip number 3, what you got to speak in the present moment to get the subconscious to create. Tip number 4, to make your subconscious successful for manifesting or program your subconscious for success. Tip number 4, I think it's a very important tip right here, is you have to visualize. Visualize. Man, I can't tell you how important visualization is. For me, it's the most important step because, when I use this, you guys know my program, everything. I won the lottery numerous times doing this. And it was visualization, or visualizing was the key. Everything I want, I visualize it. Visualization is a skill. It's a muscle. You can learn it. All you have to do is see pictures, or if you can't see pictures, maybe you can feel. If you can't feel, you can write in present. But you see the image, it'll come in the first or third person. When you see that image, then you see yourself doing the very thing in the N. When it happens in the end, it's happening in reality. So visualization is the language of the subconscious or unconscious mind. You see, the thing you understand, guys, is this. We make up our world primarily of our thoughts. Our thoughts impress a field, an invisible field that we can't see. In this invisible field, we create what we call reality. That's how we are able to interact and see our goals. Got that? All right. Tip number 5, to program your subconscious for success. You have to start to challenge your thoughts. A lot of our thoughts are negative. A lot of our thoughts are in the past. And a lot of our thoughts aren't accurate and logical. In other words, if your mind is telling you can't do it, you have to challenge it and show it you can. How do I challenge my thoughts? By proving to your mind that whatever you desire or whatever you want is indeed possible. How do I do that, Mark? Well, whatever you want, someone has already achieved it. You know that, right? There's nothing new under the sun. So all you have to do is go to proof on the internet. Okay, I would like to own a house. I'd like to be an entrepreneur. I'd like to start my own business. Plenty of people have done that. Search individuals who have started their own business with less than $1,000. All of that is out there. All you have to do is show your mind that's possible. Once you show that to the conscious mind, then it can allow the information to get to the subconscious for the subconscious to change. In other words, to make that even simpler for you, you have to start to believe that whatever you want or desire is indeed possible. Okay? Now, along with that, I'll give you the bonus tip. Whenever you're doing that, then comes the next point is focus. That's the repetition. So when someone says, how do I focus on this stuff, man? All it means is you have to repeat this. So all those 5 steps, you have to basically every day or every night, you want to repeat it. Think about it. And I'll give you even another more bonus tip. When is the best time to impress my subconscious? Right before you go to bed and right when you get up in the morning. Because you're in a state of a meditative state called theta. That's where the subconscious is more open for information. But you can do this all the time. The key is this, guys. You have to be consistent, persistent, repeat. The brain is a very miraculous and marvelous machine. It's primitive right now. We're just evolving. Because our brains can't perceive other realities, other dimensions. So we're quite limited. So the big tip is to realize that you have to impress the brain by repetition. And when you're going to impress the brain by repetition, it's all about using what? The imagination. The thing about the brain is there's cells in the brain they call neurons. And they're always looking to form connections. And if you want to get your brain into a state of new connections, you have to keep repeating it. It sends a signal to these neurons to keep firing. Neurons fire, they wire together, they create new neural pathways. A new neural pathway is basically a new belief system. A new belief system is, guess what? Once it grabs your beliefs, it's stuck. It's a program now. It's an operating system. It's a habit. It's going to make you automatically do things to become successful. Just like you automatically do things to fail, right? Because let me tell you why it's guaranteed to work. Because you are, I am, all of us, we are programs of subconscious. Everything we do is a subconscious program. We're not thinking. We're operating on automated programs, people. Point blank. You get up in the morning and you think you're not thinking, you're on a program. The program runs so efficiently and so effortlessly that you don't even realize you're on a program. See how it works? You can do this for anything. You can do the program to win the lottery, to casinos, all that stuff. Because there's nothing that's impossible. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. If you can see it, you can hold it in your hands. Physical reality is the same as mental reality, just a different fragment of existence or experience. Point blank. We know this through neuroscience. We understand that the brain filters information through frequencies and waves. And we are all that. So start practicing that, guys, and you will have great results. All right? See you again.